How's it going, everyone? Just give me a minute and we'll get started. Maybe about 10, 15 minutes. I got some stuff I need to take care of, but I wanted to get the stream started as quickly as possible. But we'll be diving right into things momentarily. Just bear with me, please. Where's my freaking chart? All right. Where is my cursor? One sec here. There we go. How's it going, everyone? Just where we're going here. How's it going, everyone? Happy Stich Day, 626. I at least got the stream started on 626. Very special 626 because obviously this year is 2026. For those who don't know, Stich Day is the 26th of June for 626, the number of his experiments in the lore. I recently rewatched the movie, actually, yesterday morning. It was really good. I don't think it's as perfect as a lot of people remember, but it's still obviously a very impactful, very great movie. But we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about it more. I've never played this game. This is the Lilo and Stitch game for the Game Boy Advance. But I don't really know what else to say. Let's just jump right into things, and we'll discuss the franchise and the lore as we go on. Like there's some sort of gang of space pirates. Hey, where are you taking me? Let me go! Stitch, help! 1 second here. Oh, come on. I wanted to get rid of the toolbar here. 1 second. I'm sorry, this is so unprofessional. Just give me a second. There. Oh. It worked for a second. There we go. All right. So they don't really give you an explanation of what do they? I got my freaking cursor right there. Get rid of my cursor really quickly. That's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to put up with that. 1 sec. Sorry about that. Alright. So you press up for, to aim up, crouch, down, left and right control, movement obviously. Use your attack, alright. Pretty self-explanatory. Shoulder button for the pineapple grenade. Oh, fuck. I hope you don't mind me swearing, but I'm gonna swear. I'm an adult. I grew up with this franchise. This isn't necessarily for kids, but, you know, if kids can get that language, they can enjoy it. Oh, I should have thrown a grenade there, maybe. Ooh, see that dodge? So yeah, anyway, Lilo and Stitch. The movie originally came out in 2002. It featured a lot of fairly noteworthy actors in the cast. Obviously, there was Baby Chase, who we unfortunately just lost. I want to talk more about that later. Tia Carrera, is that how you pronounce it? Of course, she voiced Nani. I mean, I think you do without saying that Baby Chase voiced Lilo. I think we all knew that at this point. Ving Rhames, the voice of Cobra Bubbles. Surprisingly funny character. You wouldn't expect that from his appearance. It ends up being fairly funny and charming. Oh, perfect help. Whoa! Alright. So it looks like there was health bars refilled, because I was down to like one little square there. There we go. Looks like they're pretty generous with the pineapple, to be honest. The enemies are quick, I gotta say. But yeah, Lilo and Stitch is obviously a very important movie to Gen Z's childhood, especially because you look at it. Gen Z began in 1997. The movie came out in 2002, so... I'm gonna die. But yeah, I mean, you know, the oldest among us were 4 to 5 years old. I was 3 going on 4. Because I was born in 1998, full disclosure. Ah, sorry, Stitch. Oh, I was supposed to about to happen eventually. Wait for ready for an enemy that strong. He may be a little harder than it looks. I think it's gotta be careful. Obviously, this does not follow the plot. The plot would be called Stitch landing in Hawaii and being adopted by Lilo after finding himself in a animal shelter. This is a very different plot. I think there are games that follow movies directly, and they're actually pretty decent. But they're honestly few and far between. I think it's better when these movie-based games attempt their own story. Because, you know, in part, it's difficult to live up to the hype of the movie. Another part is, you know... you don't want to get bogged down by the more tedious elements of the movie. On that note, of course, you have franchises that are more, you have movie adaptations that work better than others. Depends on. Ow! Alright. Damn it. I don't think I can't shoot that thing. First, it looks like I'm sucking really badly at this point. Ah! Yeah, we'll continue. Damn, that sucks. So they'll show you Lilo and Stich getting attacked. I'll pull it off. I've never played this game before. This game is completely new to me. This is why I was somewhat taken off guard by the direction of the story. At least the viewers have up on the got a big health bar. Now I see you run out of ammo. Apparently, because I'm seeing there's an ammo counter up there. Oh, but we can hear them. Or not, maybe that was just to show you how many. Sort of reminds me, honestly, of Metal Slug. The thing that I don't like me comparing Lilo and Stich to Metal Slug Walking. Waiting for Stich to light up. I were on fire with the flamethrower and everything. So I think that the whole temptation to going up there is a power up. But I don't think I can get up there now. Oh well. Oh, is that like a... I think I might restart this level. Yeah, you can tell the pirates was a little more than that. I felt like I missed something important, so I'm gonna see if I can go back to that part. No, I know what I'm doing. Every metal slug is run and gun. Once I get more used to what's going on with the game, maybe I'll feel more comfortable with my commentary. This guy didn't have a health bar at all. Notice he wasn't that tough, though. Right off the bat, honestly, the sprite works really good in this game. It's a very good-looking game. I mean, I don't know if it's quite on par with, like, say, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, but it's at least, you know, closer to that than it could have been. Certainly, there is an inclination, I think, or at least there was an inclination in the early days when these movie licensed games to cheap out on the visuals, but this looks pretty good. Good strategies. Apparently you have infinite ammo. Is to just... Damn! Just shoot off screen if you move. Where is this thing? 50 frickin' heads. Oh! I wonder if that's the secret, like hitting that crane when it's right next to the box. Ah, shit. So we do not want to destroy that crate right now. I want to get up there. have to actively go out of your way to actually get up here. I'm assuming we don't want to get hit by that steam or that exhaust or whatever. Well, now we're back to that 50 thing, so maybe that wasn't the boss's health bar. Alright, well, we got that picture frame that I was going for. I don't really care about the exercise. Damn it! Maybe I should have cared more about it. Alright, see what I mean? I took that guy off before I even entered the screen. I took that guy out. We're got Fawful's headgear going on, speaking of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. These, like, what am I going to do, actually? I don't know what they're supposed to be. Is it Puma or is it Warthog? Damn it! I think, yeah, you can tell with the explosion effects, it's definitely inspired by metal stuff. Oh, come on! Really? I can't fall back down there? I was gonna see if I can destroy the crate with one of these pineapples. It's not working. Kill that guy. Whoa! Yeah, you'll definitely want to take out the enemies on the platform before you go to the beat. No. Whoa! And I still got that power up. Ah! And I lost the power up. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. One second, get some water. It's a pretty fun game so far, honestly. Maybe a little frustrating, but... where'd I put my water? I'll get right back to it, I promise. I don't know where my water went. Need to find it. Hold on one second. Well, I can't find my water, but I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. I'm sitting in a rocking chair, by the way. It's the best chair I have available. But some enemies are hard to hit. Use grenades to hit them from a safe distance. So there's little hits on the ball screen. When is a pineapple? Not a pineapple! There's a grenade in it! Are you serious? Alright. Are you... Alright. That was BS. I want to do my best to beat this game. I don't know exactly how long it is. I can't imagine it's that long. We'll see how far I can get and how long I can whether I'm actually beating it. So. there's a strategy to that, rather than like, you know, just stay back and avoid the hits. Go straight to the kill. Yeah, the kill. There we go. That's how Spider-Man thing. I think I should be able to just jump back and get it. Oh, I don't have to put. Oh! Alright, I don't have to collect that painting again. Or that painting, that Is there no way a devil will do that? I don't know how to do that. This game likes to overwhelm you with much GBA. I did not mean to jump there. These platforms are honestly pretty good because you can get even with them. They're firing pineapples from those launchers. Ah, alright. And who's that mosquito dude? So I'm assuming this game came out in 02 because it said like copyright 02. So this game must have come out right after the movie. Oh, you can't shoot while you're crouching? Alright, that's a complaint. That's a complaint. You should be able to shoot while you're crouching, especially given that. Maybe they thought that'd make the game too easy, but I think that's basic. I mean, they want to be Metal Slug so bad, like, this game's so heavily inspired by Metal Slug. I mean, clearly. I think they'd allow you to, you know, shoot aside from two directions. Maybe I'm thinking of concept a bit more inspired by it's fucking impossible. Can I duck? Oh! Well, that helps. It looks like... Oh, I didn't realize. Alright, that makes it a lot easier. I was wondering how, because he moves so quickly with that. There's the edge. Shoot it up. Shoot it up. Alright. That's good to know. Now I know that part becomes easier if I have to do it again. Ah! Well, I already got the picture. Maybe you grew up playing this game, let me know. I mean, that's the question for the stream. If you grew up playing this game. I did not have this game as a kid. I love Lilo and Stich, but I did not have this game. I wish I did. I think I probably would have liked it. Like, I was pretty sure Call of Duty. like, for instance, there's this scene right after the house gets destroyed where Lilo literally pushes Stitch away, and then, like, immediately she gets taken by Gontu. And I don't understand what the point of that scene was, because it's like the whole movie Lilo's taken. Oh, you can walk while you're crouching, right? Also shoot. But anyway, as I was saying, there's a scene where, right after Lilo has, like, her falling out of Stitch, she gets taken by Gontu. So what was the whole point of that scene? I don't think that was in the live-action remake. And I know people love to criticize the live-action remake. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. I had my issues and my creative disagreements with it as well. But at the same time, storytelling perspective, it doesn't make any sense. And that's not even Stitch's fault. What happened? I mean, I mean, in an indirect way, it was because Jumba and Pleakley were after him, but at the same time, it's like Stitch was defending himself and defending Lilo. So it doesn't even make sense for her to get mad at him. So I'm glad it. So what I remember, maybe it was in the remake, and I'm just not remembering. I don't remember that scene being. And then, like, another issue I noticed, and you know, a lot of people, I think one of the cruxes of criticism against the movie was the fact that Gontu was effectively replaced by Jumba, and people didn't like that because Jumba's supposed to be a more redeemable character, and also, even though, well, alright, I'll you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. I was going to say something about Gontu's character, but that wasn't in the first movie. But what I was going to say was, in the movie, Gontu shows up at the beginning and does not appear again at all until the climax. And so I actually understand in a way them combining Jumba and Gontu's characters, because I mean Jumpa's pursuing him the whole movie anyway. And so in a way it makes sense for, you know, the antagonist who's chasing Stitch to have been pursuing him the whole movie. I mean, they could have fixed it by just having Gontu be more present, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as people act like it is. I do understand the desire for Jumba to get his redemption arc, and honestly, I think he will. I don't know what they're going to do with the sequel. I was hoping they were just going to straight up adapt Stitch as a glitch, because I grew up with the original trilogy. But at the same time, like, I've heard that they're not adapting Stitch as a glitch. The co-creator, or one of the co-creators of this, is actually going to be working on the movie. I believe he's the main writer. And so I feel pretty confident about that. Like, I feel like, you know, one of the co-creators is involved in this, probably going to be more faithful. And he might even end up adapting aspects of Stitch as a glitch. Well, I mean, I knew obviously it wasn't going to be the same, because in the original, Jumba's right there already redeemed in white. But, you know, I don't know, I feel like we'll see Jumba again. I feel like it'd be weird for them to cast, like, a fairly prominent comedic actor like Zach Galifianakis in the role and then not bring him back. He feels like the perfect character to bring back for a sequel, because he has that unresolved tension with the main characters. You know, it'd be really nice if you could Anyway, that was a really roundabout way of me saying that, honestly, Gontu wasn't that well written in the original movie, by virtue of the fact that he doesn't appear for like 75% at least of the movie, maybe 90%. And so, I think, you know, like I said, that could have been fixed just by having Gontu be more present. But I don't think the Jumbo change is as extreme. I do hope Jumbo gets a redemption arc. I do hope we get to see Dr. Hamster Deal to be like the big bad of Lilo and Stitch when I think about who is the main villain of the franchise. It's Dr. Hamster Deal. And I didn't, you know, necessarily have an issue with him not being in the first movie because he wasn't in the original first animated movie. But I feel like there's no excuse not to bring him and Gontu in the second movie. I'm sorry if this is painful to watch. This game is honestly harder than it looks. They don't, you know, you only have 3 health at least for the time being. And you don't have much of an opportunity to dodge. Like, see, like, I barely got to that health item before I got attacked, and then I lost the fucking square again. I don't even know what this triangles do. So this is like some sort of like auto repair place because there's like vehicles, but there's also like fast stuff. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not because yeah, probably don't want to avoid them again. I know, like, you know, if you watch this game, if you watch this channel for long enough, you know that I'm not great at certain games. I like to think there are games I'm good at, a lot of games I'm not. I want to play more than just like the first level, but it feels kind of lame, just like showing you the first level or two and then there were other things I was hoping to do today, but I got a while to play. Very nice of that crane operator not to attack me. I appreciate that. They give you a little mercy with peeking your head up after that really runs off. Ah! Not enough though. Damn it. What's funny to me is they go out of their way to show you that when you take the enemies out, they're just like laying on the ground with stars above their heads to show they're unconscious. But that crane operator, last time we saw him, he was in a fire rate explosion. No one's actually come back from that. Unless you got blood on it. Something tells me some random fire probably doesn't. HP Squidcraft over here thinks he's gonna be any different. and I still took damage. Ah! I shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have moved that far that quickly. Almost dodged that. That was nice. Ah! At least, you know, I mean, this game's merciful enough that even though, you run out of your life, you go back to the beginning of the shop, you don't go back to the beginning of, the whole level we're gonna do. I'm second inspection. I'm thinking this probably isn't an auto repair place, considering that all the trucks look the same. They're always that like construction style yellow. But I don't think this is an auto shop. No, you don't take damage. Alright, I must have gotten caught in like the rip and exploded. Ah! Oh, I had that. You technically get 4 hits because once the bar is red, you get 1 more hit. Concerned about that? I am concerned about getting taken out by a pineapple. So you can shoot through certain platforms. It's not those like ones that are thicker, but I mean those. Shoot through those. Like Red Dead Redemption or Call of Duty. A lot of games that have. I almost jumped over that like an idiot. Glad I didn't. You know what I'd be interested in seeing when I look at these sprites is like a sprite series with Stich included, like Stitch meets Mario and Sonic or something. That'd be neat. I saw this really cool sprite animation. I think it was Stitch versus Crash Bandicoot. And it was really good. I told the creator how much I enjoyed it. He gave me go check that out if you can find it. Like I said, it was Stitch versus Crash Bandicoot. And it made Stitch sprites in this game. I remember Stitch having blasters. Please somebody say the end of the level. I really like it. Alright. Ah! Ambush! Are you kidding? If I had been on 0 lives, I would have been fucking furious with that. I like that they don't just keep coming to you for beats and afraid that's what the game's gonna do. This isn't quite what I had in mind. I was thinking like more like taking it to the next world. After this, let's try out that warehouse. No matter what it is, like a warehouse or something. Maybe an Amazon warehouse. I mean, I didn't see any bathrooms. You know, it's funny to think Amazon existed at this point, but it wasn't nearly as big. I mean, like, I remember as a kid, like, buy stuff from the store. Now she uses online shopping almost exclusively. But like, yeah, I mean, to that point, like back then, like not everybody used Amazon. It was still like a successful store with a lot of support. It wasn't hard at all. I was reading this like something about it. I think, alright, since I don't really think else to talk about, let's talk about the movies. As I alluded to, I love the humor with Big Wing and Silver Bubbles. Oh, it must be the Roswell, 1973. CIA, Roswell, 1973. Ah, yes. You had hair then. Satan's plan was to convince the aliens it was mosquito for an endangered species. It's so funny because, like, he's such a, like, you know, he's set up to be such an unlikable character. I mean, like, I see people say, like, well, you know, from this perspective, like, you know, Nani's completely incompetent, and obviously Lilo is actually in physical danger. But, like, I don't know, like, I mean, like, you know, I also know that there's people who just sort of on principle hate CPS. I understand as somebody who's studied, at least, I've studied education because that was what my major was initially in, that you do need, like, something. You need something in place. You know, the problem is, of course, impoverished communities really, I do think, take the brunt of CPS and DFS. I think. Oh, fuck. My earbuds fell out. Was the problem. I was not just distracted by talking, I was distracted by my earbuds falling out. But, yeah, I mean, if we had CPS and DFS and they were more explicitly targeted at just abuse and unsafe circumstances in general, rather than the definite bias they have against impoverished people, you know, Section 8 households, that sort of thing. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's still like cheap housing, but and I don't mean like cheap housing in a good way. I mean like run down places that they don't take care of because they know it's just going to be a bunch of minorities living there. I'm saying that as a minority, by the way. I'm not saying that's right. That's not right. But so like I can understand why there would definitely be some contingent of the audience who has a bias against this character. I think that's probably, if we're being honest, that's why they cast a person of color in the role. In the same way in the live-action remake, there's, of course, the additional social worker who's played by Nani's voice actress. So, of course, she's also a white person of color. Is the arch on that planet cool? But no, I mean, ultimately, I think Silver Bubbles is a likable, funny character. Ah! I thought I grew the fight. To me, like, the most unbelievable aspect of his character is that he's a decent guy and he's former CIA. Maybe he got out before Gitmo and all that. Not that they were great before then, but maybe he didn't. You know, I'm just gonna leave it there. Because like I said, this isn't a stream for kids, but at the same time, I think there's plenty of adults who don't want to hear about the stuff that our taxpayer dollars funded and illegal black site in Cuba. By the way, solidarity with Cuba and Cubans. If you're Cuban, you're watching this, like, and you're like a decent person, you're not one of those Cubans who advocates for, you know, let's just say, undesirable outcomes, then I'm have solidarity with you. I'm saying a crashed plane. Looks like it's old. Oh, I've been there. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that episode of Scooby-Doo. I think the original series with Voodoo Doctor. Or not Voodoo Doctor. Is it Voodoo? No, it's not. Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Voodoo's more of a Creole thing. But anyway, an Asian thing, of course. But, yeah, there was that crash plane with the skeleton that freaked out Shaggy. Everything freaked out Shaggy, of course. That's why he's so related to Scooby-Doo. I really like, though, ultimately what they've done with Scooby-Doo's past and more recent entries, ranging from, I think it really started with the direct-to-TV movies. And then, I mean, they always had their moments, but like Velma, Fred, and Daphne, I feel like they were really given personality in the TV movies that was expanded upon what's new, and then you got the beloved characterizations in Mystery Incorporated. But let's be honest, Mystery Incorporated ran because everything else I just mentioned worked. I like Mystery Incorporated. I feel like it's a little overrated because of the ending specifically. But like, why are we talking about Scooby-Doo? We should be talking about Lilo and Stitch. However, come to think of it, that does bring me to something I was actually discussing with my mom the other day. She hadn't seen a whole great deal of the Lilo and Stitch franchise. She's seen far more Scooby-Doo, however, because she grew up with Scooby-Doo. Obviously, she didn't grow up with Lilo and Stitch. I was born by that. I feel like I was so close to the end. But in any case, I was discussing with my mom how there's only really a couple of franchises, not literally two, I think there's more I really thought about it, that are directed towards kids, at least in terms of the bulk of their franchise, but maintain a really honestly unprecedented level of broad appeal. And by that I mean, yeah, sure, you'll have plenty of little kids walking around. You'll have plenty of little kids walking around with... That really makes me sick that I couldn't get to that and I wasted a life. Oh well. Sure, there are plenty of like children who are wearing merchandise with the main character on it, and they're wanting to be taken to every movie, and they have all the various figures to the point of what we're doing tonight, games. But you also have adults who follow along. You know, you have grandparents and, you know, people who didn't necessarily grow up with it, who wear it, who wear the merchandise, and collect the merchandise, and enjoy the franchise. Really, honestly, the only two examples I can think of off the top of my head. I think that Sesame Street also qualifies to a lesser extent, though I feel like it's far more Sesame Street's far more of a little kid and Gen Z and millennial thing. Gen X to a lesser extent. But I feel like the reason why you have all these generations, whether they be Silent Generation, I'll get to that in a minute. I think the two franchises that you really see these generations, whether they be, Silent Generation, Boomer, Gen X, Millennial, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, who are super into these franchises. When you have those sort of franchises, really like the best examples I can think of are Lilo and Stitch and Scooby-Doo. And it's funny because Scooby-Doo has more history. Scooby-Doo obviously came out first in 1968, which is like mind-blowing because that's like the same year that the Vietnam War was going on and Lyndon Johnson was president and Martin Luther King Jr. and RFK Sr. got assassinated. And so Scooby-Doo has certainly had more time to establish itself as a brand, but Lilo and Stitch obviously not nearly as old. It's 24 years old this year. But they both have that same broad appeal, and I think I may have figured it out. When I was watching Lilo and Stitch today, I was thinking about how different a lot of, at least most of the time, I don't know if the same applies today, but at the time, most Disney movies, it was so far different from Disney's usual brand, because when you thought of the Disney brand back then, you thought of, say, Sleeping Beauty, and Snow White, and Cinderella. Well, Cinderella's, I think, not the best example of the point I'm going to get to, but my point is you have these movies based around princesses who are flawless, even though more expanded media has given them more personality. They're not really shown to have many, if any, flaws on screen in their initial movie. And that was really what people thought of when they thought of Disney for a long time. And then you had The Lion King, where many characters have more flaws and they're more developed, but still, the main character's a prince, for crying out loud. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not ultimately going to be that poignant of a character for the everyday guy, or the everyday person in general. But with Lilo and Stitch, you have this story about a little girl, and she doesn't fit in at all. She doesn't have a single friend to speak of, at least her own age. I mean, obviously, has fun with and is affectionate towards Nani and David, but really, she is a little bit wrong. And then you have this creature who was he was born to be a weapon of mass destruction. And he has no place in this world or this universe. He wasn't born naturally. You know, for those who want to look at it from a theological standpoint, he wasn't created by God. He was created by a mad genius for one purpose and one purpose alone. Even his own basic father, basically the closest thing he has to a father, sees him as nothing more than a weapon and a tool and a means to an end, initially at least. And these two characters come together, and they form this unshakable bond, and you can't imagine one without the other. I know more recently they've done these spin-offs or stitches with different humans, and it just doesn't work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. And I don't... Honestly, I don't have a lot of interest in seeing those pieces of media. But I digress. My point is that Lilo and Stitch and Nani and David by extension end up forming this found family. And it's like, I think that Stitch perfectly encapsulates it at the end of the movie when he tells the Grand Councilwoman, sorry about that, Stitch, Or I think I got hurt. I don't know, I think it's just a sound effect. Anyway, when Stich tells the ground councilwoman, this is my family. It's little and broken, but still good. I feel like that perfectly represents the message of the movie. Not every family is formed like conventional, and I can say that because I do have plenty of biological family who are still alive and with me, and I'm grateful and I'm proud and happy. But my family, starting with my generation, is not a conventional, traditional family. And I don't want to get into details right now because I feel like it distracts from the point of what I'm attempting to get across here. Seeing if I can time this. And I still timed that poorly and died. Alright. Doesn't have anything to do with me talking. But in any case, I feel like so many people can relate to that message and that premise in realistic. As for Scooby-Doo, let's look at the Scooby-Doo in the context of the universe release. Sure, you had your silly, goofy characters like Bugs Bunny, but usually, if we're being honest, Bugs Bunny won. You know, usually he was the suave, smooth talker, and he usually came out on top. There's that one exception, the tortoise and the hare parody, but honestly, at that point, Bugs is more so just a direct execute for the hare from that story than he is Bugs we all know and love. And as Doug Walker pointed out, this was or nostalgia. I think he's using characters himself. This was adapted. This was changed somewhat with the Looney Tunes show, which by the way is a very funny show, but we're getting way off topic. You had characters like that who usually got their way and, you know, got the girl, so to speak, defeated the villain, whatever. And then along comes Scooby-Doo. And Scooby-Doo, he meets a lot of the same beats. He always wins in the end in terms of bringing the culprit to justice. But also he's failed. In both him and Shaggy are alike in that way. And that's in many ways, Shaggy is to Lilo what Scooby is to Stich. You have this pair, and it's established even more in like the expanded materials that like the Mystery Incorporated gang as a whole are pretty well social outcasts. They're like, especially in a pup named Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. You know, they get picked on by the bullies. They don't really have any friends outside themselves. But they're able to make it work. Because they have each other. And again, especially this applies to Shaggy and Scooby. And it applied more so to Shaggy and Scooby before it did the rest of the gang and Shaggy and Scooby. But, you know, Scooby wasn't always happy. Sometimes an animal would get his food, or he'd get scared at the end of the episode, or, you know, he was bound to get scared 20 times over before the episode was over, at least. And I think that a lot of kids and adults and teens and people across the generational spectrum were able to identify with that. And so I feel like that's why Scooby-Doo and Lilo and Stitch have that same enduring popularity. And I'd like to do a longer, I don't, you know, however long it takes, video, at least scripted. I wanted to speak off the cuff here. I didn't want to write a script because one, that was going to be time consuming, and two, I want to be as authentic as possible with this because, especially having lost Davy Chase, what Lilo and Stitch meant is unlike. It's unlike anything that has ever. Most of anything that's ever come before,
but it's so like Scooby-Doo, and that is the best thing possible in terms of its legacy. And for Davy Chase to have been a part of that, especially now that we're talking about how she was gone far too soon and what a tragedy it is of her young death, and it is. It's heartbreaking, and I would do anything to bring her back. But knowing that this was her legacy, and the way that she touched so many lives in so many ways across the planet, because you think about it, Lilo and Stitch, of course, would be dubbed for other countries, like the Spanish-speaking countries, and the French-speaking countries, and the Russian-speaking countries, and so on and so forth. Or I suppose there's only really one Russian-speaking country, but there's more than one Russian-speaking province and region. But you get my point. That was still a character brought to life by her. Those dubbers, with all due respect to them, they followed in her footsteps. And so for her to have been a part of this juggernaut of a franchise, and that's not even the important part. The important part isn't even that this franchise made so much money and sold so much merch and garnered Disney so much praise and adoration and became such a financial business. The fact that this franchise was able to resonate with so many people of so many different ages and colors and shapes and sizes, just in the same way that Scooby-Doo did, that's enough in terms of a legacy to be proud of. She could have straight up retired from acting after that, and her impact still would have been felt all these years later. And I don't know how much work she did actually, honestly, outside of Lilo and Stitch. I know that she was in the ring, so of course she had her other hit roles. There were other major franchises that she was involved with. In fact, there's one that I'm a team, but I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there was another big franchise, and you don't have to tell me in chat, because I think I'll actually look it up in just a minute, because that's going to be bothering me, because I feel like there's a noteworthy enough franchise where it deserves to be mentioned as well. Oh, it was that, I remember now. Was it My Neighbor Totoro? I know it was one of those Miyazaki films. But in any case, she had other roles. So that's incredible in of itself, that she had this iconic, once-in-a-lifetime role, but she also got to enjoy success in other venues as well, or in other media. I mean, that's enough, more than enough, to cement her legacy. But just this accomplishment of this connection that she made, and like I said, I don't care what Disney thinks. There is no Stitch without Lilo. It is Lilo and Stitch. And I think the fact that those other iterations of the franchise are so lesser known outside of the live action adaptation, I mean, like, in terms of, like, those, like, anime spin-offs and such where Lilo isn't involved. I mean, obviously, it's Lilo in the live action movie, but it's not Baby Chase. I think that's really a testament to how correct I am in this regard, that you can't have one without the other. And she is just as much a part of this franchise as Stitch. Even if, let's be honest, Stitch gets more attention, he gets more merchandise. We wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't. In the same way, I think, even though I ultimately think Scooby-Doo still would have been successful, I don't think there's the same level of acclaim to the franchise as there is if Shaggy had never existed. I really don't think there is, because, like, think about, as goofy as it is, think about the Ultra Instinct Shaggy meme, and I don't want to get into Scooby-Doo, I have more other videos planned on Scooby-Doo, but you know, just the fact that you have this massive internet feed that's completely removed from Scooby-Doo, I think is a pretty good indication that Shaggy... Oh, no! I didn't mean to do that! Oh, shit! I did not mean to do that. Oh, we're gonna have to do all that again. Alright, I don't care. I'm gonna go back to where we were. Alright, what time is it? Alright. I'll play for, like I said, I'll play for as long as I can. I can't believe I did that. I just wasn't thinking. I'm so sorry. Oh, well. Maybe I'll get through this quicker. I'll get back to my original subject later. I want to get back to where I was before I continue with that, in case I want to edit this video together anyway. I probably won't. I'll probably just record this video. I'll probably just record this, my little monologue as its own video. Just like I was trying to do with Mario. It's funny because I was making a joke earlier, but honestly looking at it, I think the resemblance to Chester Cheetah was like very much that. I'm not a huge Cheetos person, that's probably why I didn't immediately think about it. I have Cheetos lovers in my family, but I'm not. I like the Pops better than the Sticks, but honestly, I'm just not a huge Cheetos person. And I don't support them anyway because I don't support that. I don't like them. There are some political reasons I won't get into right here. Well, I will say that they're arming and funding a genocide. You know, they've turned blind eyes to other atrocities. So that's pretty bad. But, I mean, they supported T-Series over here. That should be enough reason to hate. Dare I say I'm getting better at this game? I mean, here we are, I still have 4 lives left. I'm still gonna go up here, though. Greedy. Oh, good thing I did, because I still had to collect that picture frame. I restarted. I didn't... Oh, well. There has to be somebody to get that. Yeah, like right here, though. Kidding me? That's ridiculous. Come on. I'm actually glad I got to show that in case I do like a review of this game at some point. That's BS that the hitbox on that item. Chester Cheetah or whatever the fuck he is. really help if I could get some healing. Don't even be tempted to shoot that door open before you take those guys out. Wow, I made it all this way up on that. Wow, that's kind of incredible. Yeah, this game is harder than it looks. Definitely, trust me. Let's make it a little bit farther before I get back to talking about Lilo and Stitch. Little smile. Crowding, I love it. So I can pick that up then. I noticed that the last time I was playing. I don't want to bother. I swear I picked that up. Yep, I can. Cool. So, do you double match A? I honestly don't know what I did there. I was wondering why that stayed on the screen. But there's another looks to be confirmed casualty because there's definitely a pilot in there. I think one of those Puma guys. And he just knocked it out of that wreckage. I suppose even guys who are knocked out are casualties. People don't realize that casualties are not always people dying. Like, in the war, they consider, like, grievous injury to be a casualty. Alright. I got really far, though. Alright, there we go. Now that we got all three lives, no promise. Made it farther, though, than we had, I think. This game is so bad once you get the hang of it. I shouldn't say that. I should not. Why did I say that? When you're low on health, yeah, especially just shoot off screen. Holy fuck, that was cheap. That was pretty cheap right there, man. That was cheap AF. Yep, just double mash A. And you can't jump while you're holding it, obviously. Sorry about that. Well, I actually successfully jumped over that. I wouldn't have felt stupid if I had. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for that. Oh, come on! Oh, you... frick. There we go. Why the fuck did I do that? Like I said, it's not really stupid. Only took. Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap. That should have taken them both out. Come on. Oh. If you hit B, it takes you right down to no. So that's why I think I accidentally restarted, because I thought I instinctually pressed A because I thought I was on yes. I knew he was still alive. Come on. Got it. just taking that little mini boss out. Nice. I died against him the last time too, that same freaking good boy. Shit, I should not have survived that, and I did. Wow. I was almost like in the water. By the way, I don't think I actually killed Oliver Swanick the first time I saw him. I know it's like a thing. Oh, everybody killed Oliver Swanick. I don't think I did. Wait, a mosquito. Those are central to the plot of the first movie. Like, really? Like, I wonder if that's going to have any role, that mosquito we see in the game. Oh my god, I swear if I died it again. Oh! You saw that! That was BS! That was BS! It retroactively fucking killed me like the... Where I like stood where the explosion had been, it freaking killed me. That's BS, dude. Come on! This game freaking cheats. Having fun. I just like to get beyond this first world. We'll get through this together, everyone. Don't worry. I don't think I've taken damage from this guy. I am not dying to him again. So help me if I die again. Oh my god! Alright, whatever. It is not fair this starts with 2 rocket troopers. That is fucking ridiculous. Look at those guys. I wonder if they're based off Chester Cheetah, given it looks like they might be wearing sunshades. Why did I not realize I was gonna fucking hear it? Got him! Alright. It was worth it using that one. Oh my goodness. That was a crapshoot. I thought maybe it would do the rock. I knew it, you know, it's not great to throw behind rocks. I thought maybe that would look clear at least. And have a nice There we go. So you can pick it up from either end. That's good. First, I think you want to pick it up. Every frickin' time, this frickin' squid boy. Squid boy! It'd be really nice if those boxes were brought back more than just 2 of your health. What was this squid boy? I can never keep it straight. It's gone. It's like guaranteed I leave the light here every freaking time. I can't get a life. Oh! Hold on, my mirror bud fell out. Eliminate all enemies can continue. Alright, yeah, I know. I figured that out by this point. How's everybody doing? How was your Stitch day? I was thinking about watching Stitch as a glitch. Stitch has a glitch. Like immediately afterwards, but I mean, I love that movie. I haven't seen it though in a good while. I hadn't seen the original animated one since I was a kid. At least they get rock blocks too. Oh, come on! Use that post-it invincibility, but don't make yourself in danger like I did, so you lose 2 health. Can I throw a grenade bomb? Yes, I can! Alright, let's see. Alright, well, alright. I actually survived it, at least. I don't care. I survived the squid boy. I'm proud. got the squid boy. I should use a grenade there, but I think they only take out one of them at a time. That's what it looked like that last time I used the one on enemy. I mean, other than the squid, that one. Oh, that is cheap. That should have hit. Oh crap! All right. Sorry, my PC battery is low. 1 sec. I'll be right back. I gotta get my charge. Sorry if you can hear all this on the mic. 1 second, I just gotta plug my laptop. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're good. 1 second. While I have a call. Oh, I found my water. At least I put it under the like cubby under the. Stich had those. And they're not lives, obviously. I wish I had that many lives. Reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine. A very hard game, but they are very generous with the extra lives, at least in the hub world. You can get plenty of extra lives every time you die and get sent back. Assuming you're not in the secret level, of course. What's that? Wait. This is so unprofessional, I'm sorry. It won't stop moving. How do I stop moving? ghosts a bunch of lives. You know, what'd be nice is if there was like, I don't know, if the extra life placement in this game was a little better. Like, I mean, there was that one extra life early on, and it was like impossible to grab. I like how all the pineapples are in little bubbles. I don't know. Might be Mario Party. Oh, cool! Those bullets go straight through the rocks. All right, well, that's helpful. The hits are just not fair. They are not fair with how close or far you have to be to get hit. And then, of course, when you want to hit an enemy, sometimes it doesn't freaking work. Like, I swear, like, there have been times when the grenades should have taken them out. The blast radius should have been bigger. Damn it. I will say you might not want to waste those upgraded bullets or rounds or whatever, however you want to put it. They are very useful. Damn it! At least I can make those 10 minutes ago against the Squid Boys. Squid Boy on Oh, shoot. That might complicate things having two of them. Shoot, that's the first time I died against one of those things. Damn. Yeah, having two of them complicates things. But at least we got closer than we ever have to beating the whole, like, area, I think. Crunch, Maggie. You notice that in the background? Yeah, there's some strategy involved, but there is a way to actually, I think, beat these harder parts. Like, you just have to have enough of those extra powerful rounds to get the Squid Boy to the rock. And that one. Oh my god, that's like the first time I haven't died against one of those Squid Boys. Or both. But I waited! Oh, wow, that's I didn't realize, or that one, those ones heal you up 3. Alright, good. finally getting the hang of this game. I should not say that because it's going to be immediately jinxed, but hey, I'm feeling good now. And I got more that I can do. Should have healed me that item. I let it run. Damn it. Yeah, they're pretty powerful once they get you cornered. Oh, that should have taken it down. Come on. Okay, just in case somebody runs. I want to start talking again, but I don't want to start talking too much because I feel like we're close to the end of this level and I don't want to die. Is this where we were meant to be going? It looks like there's a spaceship. This has gone on for a while, Hey, you stupid ant! I sound like Wario. Hey, you stupid ant! Too late, Shrimp. She's been sent to the mothership, and I'll make sure you don't follow. Oh, Stich will make sure you won't hurt anyone else, and Miss Stich is going to get Lilo back. At least tell me I've reached like a checkpoint. Oh, please tell me. Alright, good. So this is boss. Alright, so this is our first like real boss fight. Like some sort of crap. This would make sense for the pirate. Boss music is epic as fuck. Damn it! Hit him at the end. You have to get headshots. Oh, so we're exactly safe though. He jumps all around the screen. I don't understand what's hitting me there. Damn it. Well, I'm staying near him because I want to get the headshots when he takes his hat off. I'm not entirely sure what's hitting me. Am I just not allowed to touch him? Damn it. Oh shoot, I don't. Oh shoot. This is some freaky shit, man. I was so close. I was so close. Oh well. It happens. It happens. Let's just take this punk out and find Lilo. We're gonna beat this, I promise. Why is he telling me to take his hat off every time he does that? I'm not complaining. I think that maybe makes him a little bit vulnerable. Because you can hit him when his hat's on. Oh, alright, I have a new strategy. He takes his hat off, stand under him and jump. Or jump. Stand under him and shoot. Jesus, they don't give you any chance to fucking jump from that, dude. This game's pretty unforgiving. Look at that, I'm already down to 0 lives. You haven't noticed, by the way, there's a little score counter in the top right. It's been going up with the balls. Damn it! Just like the lights, camera, pants, like the boss fights in lights, camera, pants, GBA. Are those instant kills? Are you serious? I mean, if I could fucking touch him, it'd make it a lot easier to dodge his shock attacks. Can you not touch his hook? Is that what it is? Dude, thank God this game has unpredictable. I somehow took damage. Just from standing under him and fucking shooting. Jeez. Yeah. Godspeed on a no deaths run of this stuff. may have been some Mega Man inspiration in here too, and that may have also inspired the difficulty in particular. It's like impossible to not take damage from him at some point. You just have to keep hammering away at him before he takes down all your lives. If it was an arcade, this would be a quarter reader. We're so close. Oh, come on! Oh, and I hit. Oh my god, are you serious? I hit the fucking. Oh my god. Alright. I can't believe that happened. Again. I'm just dead inside. I'm so close to being my real boss. Oh, it's like when the nerd hits start in that Predator episode. It does give you a yes or no option, but like, if you hit no by accident, it should be like, are you sure, or something like that. That's something I think can fix easily. We'll stock up on grenades, right? Fuck are you supposed to get to that? Oh! Like that, I suppose. By spawning in on that. Oh, come on! I hesitated for like 1 second. Honestly, this music sort of reminds me of Being Castletown. Particular part where it's like. I suppose that indestructible block's there in case you get stuck. I'm pretty sure that's Do I get to keep what I already had of that power up? Too late now. Oh! Fuck. It doesn't matter now. Ooh, that burnt me out. If I get this to the next section, right back. Nope. You can jump up higher on this truck. Oh, and there's extra life. Can I get to it? I don't think so. That's interesting. Oh shit, you can pick up crates too. Oh. Oh shit. Oh. You know what, I'm actually gonna go back. Since we're so close to the beginning anyway, I'm just gonna go back to the beginning. We'll get through this. That's what I said, you actually can get through, but I still don't think it's worth it. Let's take the enemies out first. Make it even higher on the truck. Alright. Alright, so we'll have to remember that for when we get that with the extra life. Yeah, I think I did the right thing going back, because now I can get a lot more stuff. Maybe there's another platform to jump on to get to that other extra life. hard was the timing. They were all firing at different, like, points. Whatever. Ah! Alright. Not for sure I can get that one. Oh, you can shoot at an angle, too. You just gotta hold keys down simultaneously. Die. Here we go. I love the way Stich just rolls along casually murdering people. And he was made to kill, I suppose. Power up on the enemies rather than on the door. Ah! I saw that too late. I pay attention to shooting. How do I pick it up? Ah! Maybe I'm supposed to forget about this. Nope, nope, nope. I got it. Alright, cool. Oh, I've really got to be more careful on that fucking menu. I do not want to do all this again. Oh, come on. That should have taken out that Jester cheater or whatever. Oh, that's cheap as fuck, dude. Are you shitting me? I got the power plant. He still killed me. Come on. Alright, now I'm getting pissed, dude. Now I'm actually getting pissed. Well, I feel like I'm getting cheated. There we go. Oh my god, this guy's so annoying. There we go. I don't know what's going about. That? That's Neo shit right there. Neo ain't got nothing else to do. You cheat me, I'm gonna cheat you. Oh, it's cool. Grenades explode on impact. Alright, good. If it went for that squid boy, I could have done it. If it went for that squid boy, I could have done it. Alright. This is it. This has to be it. Come on. Why does he grimace like that when he drops something? I suppose the gameplay answer is to give you another indication that he's attacking. Oh! That hurts. That hurts. I shouldn't have played that safe. I didn't have to go as quickly as I was going. Oh! Oh my goodness. Gotcha! I remember that guy. Damn it! There's a strategy in standing right on the squid boys and shooting up. I think that works. We'll have to do that. Such fluid animation when Stich picks that up. I mean, the animation's pretty decent in general, but that was... Oh my god! I mean, you know, I'm a sprite animator when I have the time, so... Got it. Right. Let's see if I can do one on 0 lives. 0 lives. Oh no! Damn it! I might have been able to pull that off too. Oh. Get back there again. 50 million times. kind of games frustrated me so much as a kid. Things like side scrollers, you have limited health, limited lives. Checkpoints are few and far between. Probably wants to take a break and eat at some point. I don't know. I'm getting hungry. And I'm also getting burned out. But I do want to finish this. I don't want this to be something where I like postponing and That is BS. You saw that. That should have hit. At least I got one of them. Alright, that could have done worse. We died, but it still could have done worse. Damn it! That was close. Ah! Got another one. Excellent. And health. Woo! Go. But there's no excuse. I have to do it this time. There's no excuse. Oh, fuck. Still gotta do this. I wasn't meaning to pick it up. What was that? This should be the end of the freaking level. Should at least have a clean walk to the spaceship. He has time that I really freaking Here we go.
Hey, you stupid head, let Lilo go. She belongs here with her family.
Too late, Shrimp. She's been sent to the mothership. I'll make sure you don't follow.
No, Stich will make sure you don't hurt anyone else. And Stich is going to get Lilo back.
That's right. Alright, well, at least we got back to the boss fight. I knew I was dead the moment I saw him jump. If your timing's even slightly off, you're screwed. If you hit his freaking leg when he's coming down, it hurts you. Never use the grenades, right? Nah. I didn't mean to... How did I... Oh my goodness. You always spawn with 3 grenades. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I did not realize that you spawn with more grenades. Damn you. Got him! You just unlocked the movie clip. Oh, yay.
Goodbye, ugly head. Now Stich will go and find Lilo. I know how to fly this ship. It's just perfect for Stich. Don't worry, Lilo. Stich always rescues his family.
Damn right. Grenade 100. 1 of 8 pictures. 2 of 4 movies. Alright. I think those were all the collectibles we could have gotten. Oh, we get to play as Lilo. Huh, I wouldn't have figured. Let's see what's her attack. Oh, of course she swings around her doll. That run animation though. Reminds me of Super Mario Brothers 2. I can't go back that way then? Tell you guys what, I think I need a break. I'll be back, but I'm gonna end the stream for now. I will come back later and we will continue the game. But for now I need a break because that was very draining. Until next time, this is Jamie with Carnival Entertainment saying hasta luego. See you all soon.